All right, cool. Now we can get into One Piece. Now that I have covered what I wanted to cover. Yeah. Okay, so this chapter of One Piece is called Lies. This is chapter 25. And it is called Lies. Okay. So chapter 25, Lies. So if you don't remember what happened last chapter, oh man. Last chapter, wait, am I centered? Let me just center the screen. Let me center up here. Okay, cool. Last chapter we had Usopp, and Usopp was revealed. See that? Amen. Usopp was revealed to be a son of a pirate. Now it wasn't really clear, who was his father, right? But oh shoot, I cut out. We good now? Okay. We just know that Usopp is a son of a pirate. We don't know who, right? And we don't even know, like, if he's, like, a major pirate in the show or, like, if he's even, like, alive. We don't even know that. But he's a son of a pirate, and he goes to Kaya, which is, like, the girl in the mansion who's, like, ill. And he tells his stories. Usopp like has like a real hobby of telling people stories that aren't true. So he tells his stories to Kaya to make her laugh. Kaya's butler appears and basically insults Usopp, says, you know, like as expected from like a worthless son of a pirate, basically. And Usopp punches him in the face. And Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are all watching, along with Kaya, and also like 3 kids that like follow Usopp around the island, or the village, I should say. So chapter 25 is called Lies. Let me just make sure you see, yeah. And it starts off with Captain, the three kids say. A pirate, a brave warrior of the sea? That's a deceitful way to twist the truth. Nonetheless, your behavior is indisputable proof of your ruffian heritage. Lie all you want, but faced with difficulty, your first recourse is violence. And I know you are only kind to Miss Kaya because you're after her. Kalidor says. What? Usopp says, I'm onto your scheme, you scallywag. You trash like your pirate father. That's enough, Kaya yells as Usopp grabs Kalidor's collar. Stop, Usopp, please, no more violence. Kalidor's not a bad person. He takes care of me. He only wants what's best for me. He just went too far. Leave the grounds. This is no place for a ruffian like you. Never come near this estate again, Kalidor says. Or Klahadore says. Fine, have it your way. I'm leaving, Usopp says, and I'm never coming back. Captain, the kids say. Usopp, Kaya says. Stupid, smelly butler. The captain's a great guy. Yeah, fool. Dumbbell. Knucklehead. Luffy interjects. You too, Luffy? Gah, come on and fight. Easy, Luffy. Zoro pulls back Luffy. Get off this property at once. Kaya's crying in her mansion. Time for your lunch, Miss Kaya. I don't want it. I'm not hungry. I'm not going to taste good. It's not going to taste good. You'll upset the cook if you say such things. He works hard. He works hard to create healthful, healing foods for you, Miss Kaya. Must you make me feel guilty? I feel bad enough about going behind your back. I talked to Usopp against your wishes, but you didn't have to drive him away like a dog. May I sit? Klahadore says. Yes. 3 years ago, I came to this estate. I'll never forget that day. Before that, I had worked aboard a ship. I made one small mistake and they marooned me here. I was forsaken and alone. Finally, I wandered into this village. I was penniless and helpless. I would surely have ended up dead in a ditch. Then your father took pity on me. I owe my life to your late parents. And you are the daughter of the benefactors? I realize I went too far, Klahadore says. I've no right to interfere with your choice of friends, but that Usopp, he has a very bad reputation. However, he may try to oh my gosh. I can't believe you said that. He has a very bad reputation. However, he may try to whitewash it. He's using that in a different context than Anyway, if he should ever lay a hand on you, I'll have failed you and your father. But just now, I know I went too far. No doubt you hate me. I don't hate you, Kaya says. I am grateful to you, but it was still wrong. Usopp is a very good person. Indeed. Klahadore says. Klahadore, you just don't understand. You're right, I don't understand. Meanwhile, in the village, I wonder where Luffy went. Who knows? Maybe he went after the captain. We know where the captain went. Yeah, to the beach. Whenever something happens, that's where he goes. Wanna see? No thanks, Zoro says. Hey, aren't you missing someone? Yeah, Onion. He always disappears, and then he comes running back screaming. It's horrible. A backwards man. Onion. It's horrible. A backwards man. There's a strange man headed this way walking backwards. Liar. It's true. Look. That moment, a man walking backwards approaches. Hey, who just called me strange? I'm not strange. Django the hypnotist appears. You're a little strange. Don't be silly. I'm your typical traveling hypnotist. Wow, hypnotist. Show us a trick. Yeah, show us. What? Don't be silly. I don't even know you. The hypnotist looks like Michael Jackson, by the way. I just want to say that. Why should I perform for someone I've only just met? Oh well, look at the ring. Then you're gonna perform, Zoro says. When I say 1, 2, Django, you'll fall sound asleep. Ready? 1, 2, Django. The three boys and the hypnotist all fall asleep. Now that's strange, Zoro says. Meanwhile, on the beach, Usopp is sitting alone. Hey, here you are, Luffy says. Don't sneak up like that. Yasopp, he's your father, right? Huh? Usopp says. How do you know my father's name? I met him when I was a kid. What, really? You met my father? Yup. And you look just like him. I thought you looked familiar when I saw you. I just figured out why. Do you know where my father is now? Nope. But I'm sure he's still with Captain Red-Haired Shanks. Yasopp is a crewman on my favorite pirate ship. Huh, really? So he's with Captain Shanks. Red-Haired Shanks, hey? He's with Shanks? You've heard of Shanks, Luffy says. Of course I have. He's a great pirate. My father's with a famous pirate crew? Speaking of great, I recall Yasopp was a great shot. I never saw him miss. In a flashback, Luffy's a kid with Yasopp. Wow, you're amazing. That's nothing. I can shoot the whiskers off an ant at 50 paces. Yasopp shot at Apple from far away. You know, Luffy, I got a son. He'd be just about your age. Not again. You told me this 1,000 times. And you're going to hear about him 1,000 times more. It's a hard thing to be parted from my son, but I had no choice. The pirate flag kept calling me. Back in real time, Yasopp was a great pirate. A great pirate, Usopp says. Yes, sir. He sailed off into the boundless sea. My father's out there risking life and limb, and I'm proud of him, Usopp says. That butler said some obnoxious things about him. He'll ruin my father's good name. Yeah, I don't like that guy either. So you're never going back to Kaya's? I don't know if that butler begs me. If that butler begs me to come back, then maybe I'll go see her. You mean that butler? Luffy says. Yeah, that butler. Hey, what's that butler doing here? The butler is seen at the bottom of the beach, below a cliff that Luffy and Usopp are on. Django, I instructed you to keep a low profile. What were you doing sleeping in the middle of the village? Don't be silly, I'm not standing out. It's not strange at all. There's someone with him, a weird guy. I've never seen him before. Have you prepared everything necessary to carry out the plan? Of course I have, Django says. Operation Murder Miss Kaya is ready to go anytime. Murder Miss Kaya? Luffy and Usopp think. And that's the end. So just recap on that chapter. So it's been revealed that the butler is actually not a good guy. He is planning to kill Kaya, the girl whose parents died and who's living in a mansion by herself. And the trusted butler is planning to kill her, it looks like. And also it's revealed that Usopp's dad is Yasopp, and he's part of the Red-Haired Shanks crew. And that's pretty much what happens in that chapter. That's pretty that's pretty interesting that Yasopp. So Yasopp has also been introduced now. Yasopp was not previously introduced, and now he's been introduced. And this is the cover art for chapter 26. The title of chapter 26 is Captain Kuro's Plan. And this is what it looks like. This is the cover art. Hold on. It froze. Okay, are we back? Okay, so this is what the cover art looks like for chapter 26. Titled Captain Kuro's Plan. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it looks like Luffy on top of the pirate ship, hanging out with some birds. Okay, I'm gonna play some music. I'll be right back, and then we can read chapter 26.